Hi everybody, we're back. Thanks for joining me. This is Rabbi Wagensberg. Last week I came out of shul and one of my friends said to me, Rabbi, did you put out a video on Parshas Korach? The truth is, things got so busy last week I didn't have a chance. But since we have a situation where in Eretz Yisrael we read a different Torah portion than everywhere else in the world, I am provided with another opportunity about speaking on the Parsha of Korach. So here we go. Korach led a rebellion against Moshe Rabbeinu and Aaron HaKohen, and he represents the paradigm example of argumentativeness, what it means to engage in a fight. Now, there are three things that happen when people begin to fight with each other. Number one, they turn very cold with each other, against each other. Number two, they grow very distant from each other. And number three, when each one of the parties stands steadfast in his position and nobody's willing to give in, people feel like they want to pull the hair out of their heads until they go bald. All these three stages are hinted to in the name of the Parsha, which is the name of that man, Korach. We said the first stage is that people, they get to argue with each other, they get cold. That's hinted to in his name, Korach, because if you change the vowelization of the word Korach, it spells the word Kerach, which means ice, representing that which is cold, a very cold relationship. Then we mentioned people grow apart from each other. That's also hinted to in the man's name. If you take the letters Korach, Kuf, Resh, Ches, and rearrange them, it spells the word Rachok, which means distant, and people drift very far away from each other. And then we said when people stand steadfast and aren't willing to give in, not even an iota, people feel like they want to pull the hair out of their heads until they go bald. And if you take the word Korach and change the vowelization again, it spells the word Kereach, which means one who is bald. And this is what the Parsha comes to teach us, how important it is to try to stay away at all costs from arguing, from getting into fights with other people. We're even commanded in the Parsha, do not be like Korach and his followers, which means a positive command from the Torah to stay away from fighting, from strife, from argumentativeness against other people. And that's why we're living in a generation, we have many enemies. The Jewish people don't have to fight with each other in order to get enemies. Almost everybody else in the world is attacking the Jewish people. And I saw in an article quoting one of the Rosh Yeshiva, I'm not sure, Rabbi Mazuz maybe, I don't remember exactly, but he says one of our enemies here in Eretz Yisrael is a group of people known as Hamas. How do you spell Hamas? Ches, Mem, Aleph, Samach. And those four letters stand as an acronym for Hasidim, Misnagdim, those are the opponents, Ashkenazim, and Sfardim. When we come together as a people, no matter which walk of life we are actually originating from, and work together, that's the way we can destroy Hamas and our enemies in general. So let's together, everybody, try and work a little bit harder. We have people, I'm sure, in our lives that really tick us off. They rub us the wrong way, sometimes even obnoxious and so on. Let's try, if we can, just to master the art of silence. Maybe let's choose one of those times. You know what? Something happened, somebody said something. Let me try just to keep my mouth closed. Again, I'm not trying to say we shouldn't stand up for ourselves. I am not saying we should not protect ourselves. We should not be naive, and we need to stand up and protect ourselves. But sometimes things happen where it doesn't help to say anything. It's just complaining that gets us nowhere. In those instances, let's learn just to keep our mouths shut a little bit more and stay away from strife like it's the wildest of fires, and hopefully learn to coexist with each other. And through that type of camaraderie, we will see an end to all of our enemies. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been Rabbi Wagensberg.